There we go.
We good?
I think so, yes. Now it seems to be connecting.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, it says you're live. And yes. Hello, everyone. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so...
Okay, we're good.
Okay, yes. Sorry about that. Mid-stream, then stopped, then stream. Brief technical issue. It was weird. Stream chat wasn't loading, so...
if there's like a brief 3-second stream that exists in the world, yeah, don't mind that. Literally nothing happened.
Don't worry. I think Doug had like a 4-second stream because I was like, if I burp, the stream ends. And he was in his intro and then burped.
That would be neat, really. If Angel burps, the stream ends, it wouldn't last for very long, I'm sure.
No, it would not. Alright, so...
Good.
Case and point.
Okay, here's the thing. You are not going to believe me. I don't think you are. But I did not do that on purpose.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, don't you?
Anyways, we are here, and we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Control.
Yes.
And to do that, we are going to be starting the second DLC, which I don't remember the name, but it involves Alan Wake.
I think it's just called AWE.
Maybe.
Oh, hi, buddy.
There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Phaeton sensed a drowning man.
Uh-oh.
Hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
All right. Well, we certainly jump right into that.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, this is the board. Okay.
Yeah. Another crisis / workday resolved.
Yeah.
But scrutiny is not permitted / enjoyed. Tell the sidekick Pope / Snoop to leave.
Aww.
Please / immediately. Before it is time to begin / become the next task / chapter / stage.
I'll be with you soon, Jesse / Dylan Faden.
I wonder if
Don't do that.
I wonder if they're talking about Alan, you know, because like interloper or someone who's not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Oh, he has his own hotline.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star,
Polaris.
the previous director. She was the perfect receiver.
Mm-hmm.
As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission.
Okay.
It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark.
Uh-oh.
Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting.
Yeah, there is a lot of
She knew
similarities
that
between the
desperate
two.
acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Okay, this is so twitchy, it's a little uncomfortable.
Well, it's Alan, and this is before.
Check this out.
This is 4 years before Alan Wake 2.
Yeah! Oh, investigation. Poke it.
Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. I don't
Watermelon.
want to sneeze on your finger.
Say watermelon.
Watermelon.
Did it help?
Oh, the lights were off and they flicked back on.
Are we having a moment? But the, that's what they said on the page, but the button for investigation sector is already there. Oh, hello.
Welcome.
Hello?
Hello.
Anyone here?
If Ati shows up here, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Not.
Ooh. Oh, missing agents. Here we go. Oh, 2017, so this is a couple years ago. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Charles Murray, and Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and only the hard copies of the reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Oh.
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I think it is mentioned later, but the fire break that you can see on the map down here,
Yeah.
it's been sealed for quite a while because they had to abandon the entire sector.
The rest of the bureau.
Of course. Oh, what we got here? Okay. Alright. Per the authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding the inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all personnel files related to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing in order to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research.
Sounds like the research that the old director was trying to do against Darling,
Yeah.
but he couldn't get to they couldn't get to the dimensional research sector.
Honestly, until they mentioned like the non-human para-utilitarian, I was so sure that was going to refer to Dylan.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, it's referring to Polaris, I think.
Okay. Mr. Dennis. Dennis? Yeah. Can we? Yeah, here. Where's the enter? Hey.
What do you...
That.
Oh.
Remember? We did this and we're like, seriously? A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all of our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the interagency information exchange agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sound familiar? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing the name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy, Special Investigator Gleason. Also, excuse me.
Yeah, so that's referencing the Alex Casey we come to meet in Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of an existential crisis. Absolutely your fault.
Mr. Kirtland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to a target AWE like you asked. I'm sending a report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman/Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them there. Even the records, it's possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the files correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show the pictures when they get back. In the meantime, you should send out a team here to coordinate the place off and maybe get a comms guy working on a cover story.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're having a great time here. We're about to have a whole bunch of Mind Screw existential crisis stuff, aren't we?
Yep. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program by FBC Control, or Federal Bureau of Control. Yeah. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blank were brought to the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and resulted in a traumatic blank of peri-utilitarian inclined blank. Not only is this a breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blanked the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be blank immediately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole Prime Candidate Program, definitely not above board.
Yeah, considering what actually happened with Dylan, I'm not terribly surprised. Ooh, Bureau Tractor. Item is not in Bureau custody, none known. It's a Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses, or growls, and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Bureau, owner of Bureau Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Oh, that's fun. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Bureau beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to the federal authorities were intercepted by the Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Bureau only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Bureau earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. This is not the point at all, but I actually did not know there was a place called Trenton, Texas. I only think it's Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, that's fun. Even though it just depicted, even though the thing just talked about, like, you know, a angry bear-like tractor that may or may not have killed somebody, that's not why I was like, oh, that's interesting. It was about the Texas. My God, there's a lot of files around here.
It's the investigation sector. You would expect a lot of files to be here.
Let me rephrase it. There's a lot of files that we can pick up and read.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
What have we got here? Tractor supplement. Alright, note. Miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Bureau. Alright, male Caucasian, 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Alright, blunt force injuries to the head, lacerations left cheek and ear, blunt force injuries to the extremities, dislocation right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine which were all missing from the scene. Conclusion, it's my opinion that Mr. Bureau's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by the authorities. The removal of the organs is consistent with an animal attack.
So the tractor really was kind of a bear.
Oh my God. It's like what happens when a bear, oh good lord.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as the head of investigations at the Federal Bureau of Control. This must be Darling.
It's really recent too.
Yeah, but that has to be Darling. Oh, no, that's investigation.
No,
Sorry, that's research. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. So they must have been doing all the investigation stuff on this side of the fire break after everything went, well, completely screwy, I was going to say, but yeah.
That was Kirkland, that was someone who we had, a lot of the stuff just referenced him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there is an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. On another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson.
But there you can see they mentioned Hartman, so Hartman's here.
We're gonna have him. Or at least he's been investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, there's so many battles. There we go. Cauldron Lake update. Ooh. To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Certainly, something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complained about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got Bureau Tech going to the site next week to take a look.
So we know what it is.
David!
Yes, the people messing with the monitoring station. And this is like 4 years before Outbreak 2. So they've been messing with it for years.
Mm-hmm. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House research stations. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Blank Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with the investigations agents. If it's only a matter of time before Blank hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, we'll tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might investigate some raccoon traps sincerely. Oh, that's Agent Estevez. That's it. That's Kieran. Yeah.
Oh, but that actually says that she didn't know what they were doing at the lake house because they weren't sharing the data. That actually just makes me even more curious for the Alan Wake 2 DLC that is named the Lake House, because honestly, I'm starting to get suspicious of that place.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Just between like the pages and everything else.
Can we go back to that document? I want to see if there's a date on it. Because the way she's talking and sending a tech out there next week almost sounds like she filed that like immediately before Alan Wake 2. But that really couldn't. But wait, that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It doesn't have a date.
No date. And this still takes place, as far as we know, in 2019. So it wouldn't be that way. All right. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill
has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding exclusion to the mold threshold.
No, nothing's gonna kill the mood faster than needing to sign a relationship clearance form at your place of work.
Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into blank of directors Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed in director Trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Dr. Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the dimensional research wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank has anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank, and the fitness to lead is not in question. Oh, how wrong you are.
Yeah.
Oh, look, spaceship helmet. We'll have to come back for that later.
Okay.
I'm not going to specify why.
And you're not going to shoot it now. Oh, Kirkland, I grow tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on a certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Uh-oh. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The prime candidate program only failed because of Darling. You're both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You're choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, director of FBC. The you are a worm and the truth will come out of you have been part of the things that the Hiss keep talking about.
So it's definitely already starting to affect him, because like they said, it took years for it to really, overcome him.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're having a great time. Oh my god, there's even more. Excuse me.
The purpose of internal investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SL1 that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggression. Cross-referencing the data with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, the air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation.
Oh.
So she actually got into the building to be
she
brought in
did.
and interviewed. Given their connection to the same AWE, it is likely that Miss Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. An investigation is ongoing.
Oh, a specimen escape. So that whole thing that they were talking about, this is Hartman.
Yes, and Alice's appearance at the bureau triggered Hartman's breakouts.
My guess is, what was I gonna say? If she came, it's probably because someone invited her to show up or someone led her to the building.
Or she was still looking into the whole memory thing that she couldn't remember about the
True. But if she made it but she had to have either been told where the building was or that it existed, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to get in.
I'm no
Because
detective, but something definitely happened here.
Well, I mean, look, the entire thing is cordoned off, and oh god, they even barricaded it.
yeah.
It's like the fire breaks are massive and huge. Why would you need additional barricades?
I have to admit that police tape is probably doing nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Blessed Organization. This group/individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of the past cases have found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization.
And it's not even mentioning the whole radio thing where they sensed the crock pot that disintegrated the producer of the
the fondue set.
Yeah.
And so, which says that must have happened even more
Do
recently.
we know each other?
Uh-oh.
This feels familiar.
The door's open.
Oh, the door!
I can't seem to.
Oh, wait. Oh, here we go.
I've forgotten that. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Oh my god. Oh! Hey! Is that Thomas?
Who are you?
Or Scratch? Oh, this feels like Scratch. I don't like this.
Who are you?
Okay.
Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
he's
just
not.
a role, a character, the
Oh.
protagonist I played in my old film.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a filmmaker, an auteur like yourself.
This is more than seeing what we see in
Working on this
2.
together, remember?
Yeah.
An artistic collaboration.
Oh no. It's like he's got like a duality thing going
You
on.
need a drink.
Like Scratch or something. Oh. Jasper!
I don't remember that.
Oh my god.
Keep this.
Keep it. Okay. This is so weird. Careful, buddy.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing.
You found a way.
No. I don't.
Oh.
Wait. There's something.
Why are you like this, Tom? Please
It's not
relax.
up. He's out there.
Scratch, he's thinking about
I
Scratch.
see
Yeah.
it.
Nothing to worry about.
A lot to worry
I'm
about.
dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You fed him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
You know that Scratch, I mean, by this point, Scratch has got to be in Alan's head by now, right?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, time works weird in the dark place. Meanwhile...
Yeah, but meanwhile, this door was
Alan
open.
Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
He's having a problem. He's having
Also,
It's nighttime?
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet.
Yeah.
No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
No, you don't, honey. Like, how does this happen to you? Why is it nighttime? Oh, that echoes. That's new. It didn't do that before. I don't like this. Okay, I have to admit, not that this place wasn't creepy before, but it's so much creepier now. In the nighttime.
yeah.
I mean, all in all, you know, this place has been creepy, but for the most part, not harmful. Even kind of benevolent. What keeps... Like, something keeps messing with the frequency of something. You know, like the radio turns on, the TV turns on. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh. Ah!
Yeah, but this place is so much creepier than it was previously.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was just saying.
My hungry darkness
Mhm.
became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Because Alice showed up, maybe? Or with the resonance, is he talking about the hiss? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Hartman's final line. The twitchiness
Dr.
is
Will
uncomfortable.
Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay.
He sounds more like a new
Violent,
avatar than
bloodthirsty
Nightingale ever
darkness in the
did.
driver's
Yeah.
seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC.
Thank God.
Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound,
Yep, the hiss.
a resonance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect.
But,
But it didn't, and it wasn't.
well, that's unfortunate.
Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source.
Because it's away from the
Metamorphosis
lake,
followed.
right?
The
That's what he's
thing that
saying?
had been Hartman went through another change.
Okay, so I have to admit this is really cool, but can you just imagine if you took some of that without context and you didn't have any knowledge of the game, you realize you could have been reading as like, damn, what on earth is happening with the Fantastic Four? Because he just changed it to the Thing.
Yeah.
The Thing was brought in and studied, and like, oh god, what happened to Ben now?
Oh,
Are we on the other side of the barricade now?
we've opened it.
Oh, we opened it. Oh, that's
Oh,
Did we break it?
we didn't, but it was broken before we got here. But it could be that Hartman managed to get past one of the fire breaks and couldn't get past the second one.
Oh, what the heck?
Astral Spike.
Astral Spike. Great job. Whee!
Why is there an Astral Spike here? Oh, look, it's possessed by darkness. Or it has like dark...
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's not...
Oh my god. It's like it landed on somebody. It did land on somebody. Son of a beehive.
They had to close it, and someone didn't get through in time.
Ah, Bureau, not now. We're finding a dead body. We can... The hiss notes can happen later. I can tell you're nervous. You're not shooting the doors immediately as they start rioting.
Damn.
No, stop it! Put it down! You're allowed to be nervous. This is a
Wait
creepy
for me
game.
to come here.
Abandoned offices.
Yep. Do you realize that like no one knows where she is right now? She's a place that's been long abandoned. There's
We'll get in contact with someone soon, I think.
yeah, there's no control point nearby that she can use to teleport. She better hope that she finds some that.
What the heck?
I'm assuming this isn't like a glitch or something, right?
Doesn't
No.
look
Nope,
like a
okay.
house shift.
Okay.
Do I even want to know?
Oh, thank God, there's a control point. Thank God. At least she has a retreat point if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Not that she hasn't handled things going wrong before, and not that she can't. Not like she hasn't dealt with like points of no return, but like, oh god, let's not have her be completely sealed off right now. They're getting inside a place that's been abandoned for years. You know, what I think is kind of hilarious? Not only do those bunk beds look exceedingly uncomfortable, I think there's the FBC logo stitched onto the pillows.
Uh-oh, here comes the hiss.
Ah!
Fire extinguisher.
Oh, shoot the fire extinguisher! I can't believe I'm saying this after your last short, but shoot the fire extinguisher!
I didn't shoot it, I threw it.
Okay. Throw it and then shoot it. Set it off in the guy's face and make him panic. Panic when he deals with Jesse Faden. Jesse potentially / Dylan Faden. Oh, like a book. Hartman arrest. Ooh. Offenders' names: Hartman and Neil. Victims: Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, Odin Anderson, blank, Rudolph Lane, Wendy DeSole, Thomas Emerson, blank. Officer names: Dennis Special Agent Remy. Charge for kidnapping of altered items.
Altered individuals.
Altered individuals. Sanctions against altered organizations. Obstruction of Bureau investigations. And 6 counts of breaching the Ash Act. Good lord. Offenders' property is seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offenders' personal effects have been sent to the research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers due to the senility and Wake possibly deceased.
Yeah, they really should have followed up more with the Anderson brothers, I'm just saying.
Oh, good lord, yes. Also, Wendy DeSole.
I think she was one of the people in the retirement home.
Yeah, you're right. I'm also remembering there was also somebody, person that Pat had going on about with the.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if her last name was Soul.
You can look it up.
I'm gonna look it up. It may also be a maiden name. I'm not sure. Wendy Davis. Davis, that's her name.
Yeah.
There's Wendy Davis of the Davis family beef jerky. Okay, but I'm gonna see if there's anything confirmed that the Soul was her last name.
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the hiss.
You think they like took? He imagine they got in here and then they're just like, oh well, damn, we don't know how to get out of here. This is a little bit awkward.
Oops.
What did you do? Did you break it, sir? Sir, please. Why are you?
Yep. Oh look, this picture has a hole in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, there's a plant in here.
Maybe maybe we'll have to talk to it. I mean, look, it's kind of droopy.
I know.
Oh.
Oh, there's one barricade. Sure, go ahead and destroy the barricade.
Find more than 80% of the hidden locations in the investigation sector.
Oh my god.
And again, it's an achievement that's like really kind of weird. Whatever. Foot gossip. Hello, my feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me.
Dear God.
Probably another dead letter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll say yes. Wendy DeSole and Wendy Davis are different people. Wendy DeSole is a person from the.
This.
Okay. Okay. She's one of Hartman's
to deal with an interdimensional
patients,
and
along with Thomas Emerson. I think he is
the
video game developer, and okay, that darkness existed and had fun stuff. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and she was saying like I have to deal with evil noise and now sentient darkness. So and yes, Jesse, yes you do. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What happens when you're the director, I guess? Oh. Woohoo!
Oop.
Come on, I'm taking my thing with me.
Oops, sorry, brief pause. Mom texted me.
Hang on. Oh wait, how do I? Hang on. I told you the next step I would do it.
Nope. Jesse.
There we
you.
go.
Yep, and like I said before, this would hurt me, but now that I have the mold resistance...
yeah. Well...
Still a lot of areas I haven't explored with this stuff, but...
Yep. Alright, let's get cleaning, she says, cocking her gun.
I feel like I might actually be doing this quest earlier, or like I don't actually have like the full quest yet.
Well, Oxy's going to be very proud of you for showing initiative.
Yeah.
Whenever he gets back from wherever he is on his vacation. Yeah, I think they're going back.
Maybe. I'm sure I'll be able to come back in later and, you know, actually do the quest.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we're going to run around in circles in here.
And I'll leave.
And now leave. Yes.
Yep.
Ah, well, that was fun. Alright, where are we going next?
This way.
Okay.
Through the ventilation of the abandoned offices.
Okay. Oh, for the love of God.
Orange peel.
Okay, so he's here, and he's having it, and he's
Did you see what he looked like?
No.
He was
Unfortunate looking?
He was as tall as this vent and had a really long, like, bendy spine.
Okay, so, okay.
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun, yes. How long is this DLC?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh yes, new construct weapon, Surge. Fires adhesive munitions that detonate when manually triggered or if the timer expires. I just need more confiscated motives.
Okay. Well, well, if, I don't know. Have to unconfiscate. Well, I guess we have to go find where they are and unconfiscate them.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Well, this isn't trippy at all. Oh, like a plant.
Remember where it is for future Alti questing.
Got it. It's in the trippy hallway. Like the one that kind of, honestly, it looks like those optical illusions, you know, or it's like there. It looks like the steps are constantly going up but going down.
Yeah.
The third thing.
Hey!
The sound made darker, the darkness made louder.
Oh boy.
Hartman was stretched like a worm through time.
Oh, Alan,
The third
don't
thing
do
was a
that.
monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Don't say the whole like worm through time thing. It makes me think you're getting possessed by the hiss, and you have enough problems to deal with. Don't do that.
Crashed out of the darkness towards Faden, of course.
Of course.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else.
Oh boy.
The third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a
Oh,
maelstrom. The
interesting.
gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the
not a
bottom,
loop, it's a
the
spiral.
heart,
Mhm.
through to
And
the
the
other
spiral on
side.
the door that leads to the dark
The
place.
third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel.
Alan!
Monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Except the her place of birth. Or at least
Yeah.
the town where she grew up. Can we also just say that Alan said that the third thing was a monster right after he said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel.
We need a light. Maybe we should go back and get one, or
Oh boy. There. Is that him that we hear? The kind of the weird roaring noises?
I don't know.
Ooh, Kirkland. So you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was effing hired to do, my job. You know what I call that? BS! Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, and I've heard some effing stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, try not to leak classified terminology. They already know the effing terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of crap blew up those trucks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Well, alright then. I feel like we're learning quite a bit about Kirkman.
Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. Mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment. I don't know how.
Oh, wow.
I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell going ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think. Wait. Shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Also, I think he shushed himself. Oh, there's more. Hello.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative plans cannot be claimed. Lives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Oh my god. You know, I don't know what's funnier, the fact that A, that message needs to be made in the first place, or B, the fact that you find it in the bathroom. Why is it in the bathroom?
Darkness everywhere. It's getting bad. The vents, they are full of mold sick. It's not food for you. Headache, no.
Excuse me.
Okay, so did eradicate the mold.
Yay!
Ah, more plants.
She's so excited.
Let's go make some new friends.
She's so excited. What the heck is this? A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, altered, and paranatural materials, was raided in blank Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by subjects to escape using the altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items or other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A, there is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B, these criminal individuals do not seem aware of the items' paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. And C, the motivation of these collectors is largely unknown. Yeah, that is pretty damn terrifying. Isn't this exactly what they were trying to not have happen? Or at least, they don't want this to be happening on a larger scale. Good lord. Did we find something else? Are you
I thought we
double-checking
did.
something?
Yes, VH.
Oh, item is proven impossible to fully contain when in proximity of human beings. Item is to be sent to blank in the blank of the oldest house to prevent any future access.
Oh, the Foundation probably.
Yeah.
This must be the Authy one.
Yeah, a VHS tape cassette. Item will not eject from the television player used at the time its altered status became evident. The VHS plays footage of blank entity A001 cleaning a floor and dancing. Yes, this footage renders individuals incapable of movement, speech, or thought while the television screen is in view. This effect is estimated to last indefinitely, though most time spent in this state by a test subject is 21 hours. Individuals only recollect hearing a strange music during their entranced state. Footage plays on a constant loop even when the television is not connected to a power source. Even when the television and its footage are contained within an enclosed cell with no window, agents in proximity have been driven to open and enter the cell by the item's entrancing nature. Okay, I have to admit that's actually really creepy. Like here, a lot of the stuff about Ati is kind of creepy but benevolent, right?
Yeah.
And but in that case, being listed for 21 hours, in trance, not eating, drinking, sleeping, using the bathroom, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I think this might be the file.
Ooh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, following the NASA FBC collaboration agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available to the Bureau for research to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs incurred by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the blank will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. This is the opinion of the committee that maintaining cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance.
Yes. Oh, Ati's cabin. Oh my god, it's the sauna. It's the sauna.
Formation is a tall stone structure found in Quartzite Beta, only reachable by placing... Oh, it's just a jukebox.
Yeah.
Okay, let's... do you want to keep going until we find another control point to teleport back, or do you want to go do some of the, the plant stuff now?
Let's keep going and... well, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, let's keep going until we find another control point. And we'll come back to plants.
Okay, open first.
Let's first shoot the vending machine. Because somebody did not bring dollars. Or quarters. Nice. Alright, there you go.
And now we gotta go around after picking up some files.
Ooh. Thank you. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau has been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find the emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Okay, well, we're having a good time. Alright, go ahead.
Paranatural entity A010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive blank consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient blank, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting blank over its surrounding. B, shaded individuals. Human bodies blank by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do not seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah, type C, shaded objects. Similar to B, except inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal of possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE35, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive/defensive measures. Investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered to prepare for the eventuality of a blank.
Except it's not enough. Not from what we saw. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a really cool system, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
Of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete.
Oh my god. Oh, it's
This
him.
abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood.
That explains a lot.
If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all.
So does Alan's. So does ours, really.
Opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom.
Huh.
And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my life, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge.
Yeah, really.
Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Okay, so they must have received that from
Yeah.
like his personal diary, and man, he really had no idea what he was messing with.
No, but hey, what is it? In as much fairness as I feel comfortable allowing him, which isn't much, he did legit say that the darkness, tries to avoid, knowledge. So yeah, he's limited in his expansion of what's going on. And oh, hello.
Oh great, they fly and have guns now. Instead of just flying. These guys are so much worse. Jesse, hit them. Jesse!
That's it. Come on, girl. You got this. Stay flying now.
Well, they flew before, but now they actually use guns when they're up in the air, which is somehow worse.
I'm making a reference, my good sir. I saw the one that you had seen, like, kind of spin around in a circle before. Oh, yes, I need to shoot this one instead. Alright, you got your rocks. Alright, good. Catch.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hiss Ranger Airborne.
Oh, there we go. Alright. This means it's plant time?
Yes.
Plant time! Don't mind us. We're off to go do the. We're off to go talk to plants / shine light on plants.
Yes.
One was in the trippy hallway. One was in the room behind the broken picture, and those are the only two I saw.
Mm-hmm. Rather than talking to them, we have to shine light on them.
Okay, can we still talk to them though?
We can, it just won't have like a prompt to.
That's fair. We'll have to make our own prompt. Think about what you want to say. Be nice. Oh my god, I just thought of what I wanted to say. That's great. Perfect.
That did nothing.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Hey, buddy. Hope I can brighten up your day.
There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
Okay, so she does talk when you shine on it.
Damn, she made it bloom and everything. That's awesome. God. Okay, apparently there's more than one trippy hallway.
No, this is the same trippy one before.
No, I was thinking about when I was talking about the trippy hallway, I was talking about the one that had all of the blocks, like the optical illusion hallway.
Okay,
which
yeah.
Which is also there's multiple trippy hallways in this.
Yeah, just looking around to see if there's any plants over here. Nope. So let's head back.
Look at it, it's doing a little slow motion cartwheel. Look at it go.
Yeah, they do that.
It's adorable. It's kind of making me think of those little robot buddies from Selma. Remember the one where Simon's just like, good robot.
Yeah.
The one robot he's actually comfortable with handling.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Trippy hallway.
Different trippy hallway.
Yes. Really? There's 3 now? Damn.
This is the other side of the one that we were at previously.
Okay, so 2.0. Oh, there's a sofa here. That's great.
Get back here.
Get back, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just... Okay, we can't go anymore that way. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if there's anything over here. I don't see any other plants. Throwing gameplay. Oh, there's one.
Simon says, have some light.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
Oh, hello. That plant didn't count, I take it?
What plant?
You were just in the room. It was right in front of you.
Oh, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
It's right there.
No, I did not see it. That was well hidden.
It was right there.
I didn't see it. It was dark.
I'm gonna stare at you for a minute. Maybe 2.
Stop playing with my ear.
Stop playing with my nose.
No.
I can play with your nose instead. Yes, I got it. What the? Did you just hiss at me? Okay.
Breathe, sweetie.
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Hello.
keep an eye out for the third one. It should be right nearby, hopefully. Operations center. No. It's supposed to be in the operations corridor, so.
Okay.
There you
Hello.
are.
Come on, my little friend. There you go. Yeah. Alright.
Okay, and the last one is in the operations loading bay, which we cannot get to yet. So let's see what the other quests are. Okay, so we did eradicate the mold in that one area.
Alright.
And we can't get to the other areas just yet. So back to missions. Eliminate the darkness.
Ooh. Alright.
And all of those are also in areas we cannot get to yet.
Okay, so we're leaving Simon, the little light guy, for now.
Yeah, so we're just going to switch back to the main mission.
Alright, bye, Simon. You were a good lamp.
Actually, first I'm going to just see if I can make the new weapon form.
Damn, that was good time. That was good. You just zapped right onto the center.
Yep.
Ah, yes, yes. Yay! Woo!
I don't really think that I use it very much, but it's still cool to have.
Okay.
So...
Nice. Will these work against the darkness? Because that would be fun.
As much as my normal weapons will.
Okay.
Oh, look, a lighthouse.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, that's part of the reactor. Sorry.
Ah, damn it. I was really excited. I was trying to see if it was the same lighthouse that Tom had been to.
Sorry.
Oh, well, it's not your fault. It's not the right picture.
Yeah.
Is that why you blew it up? Were you angry that it wasn't the right picture?
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Get in the light.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
It's okay, honey. You're okay. That's different. I mean, dark places were uncomfortable for Alan too, but it didn't drain him like that. It just made it possible for the enemies to come to him.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Now what?
Oh god, where's Simon when you need him?
What is that?
Oh my god.
Oh, an elevator. Time to go.
Oh my god.
I told you.
It's like Slender Man matched with the...
He can't. He can't come into this area because it's so dark.
Okay. Are we really? Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Containment procedure none known. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. A vending machine, its front covered in a faux wood panel, coin-operated buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, in its erosive internal trays. Initial testing suggests that the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Blank, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Blank called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects, as a way to raise the residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Oh my god.
Yes, and so this is how a majority of the fights against Hartman will go. He will be wandering around in the darkness being that, and we need to basically go around and turn on the lights to drive him out.
Yeah, you can barely see him when he's in the darkness, actually. It's like, there's like a little bit of his resonance, but not a lot. It tells you where he is, and
he can like teleport right to you, I think.
Of course he can. Yes, that's a thing that his can do now. Well, hey, you know, actually, no, it's a thing that Hayes could always do, considering it just teleports the people in seemingly from their office chairs.
Yep.
In a completely different area than you. Ooh, Night Spring screenplay. Ooh, this screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all of its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Spec script episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Host, voiceover. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs?
We are in a secret lab. There's a large sign on the wall that reads the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist, I told you several times, Director. It isn't ready, Director.
It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor!
But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it.
Is there a date on this thing?
No.
Damn it. Oh my god. Hey.
Sorry, just checking if... Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of these mods first.
Alright. You're over encumbered. Well, you're mostly encumbered.
Okay, back to fighting Hartman.
Back to fighting Hartman.
I think I'm gonna need another power cube.
To admit to the darkness itself could always like spawn enemies, but I don't think they necessarily teleport themselves. Oh look.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights.
Langston.
It's not a crime
Langston!
to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Wait.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Is this like
Listen.
Langston in the Panopticon?
I think so.
All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman was brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan,
Yes,
I thought
you
it
are.
would be cool to get a copy of the Creator's Delay signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about.
We know what it is.
Okay, good.
Oh my
Like
god.
that.
I was just looking to fill out my weight collection. I certainly wouldn't go Hartman to turn into some kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I see people break the rules all the time and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason in his room talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We'll let you off with a warning.
Okay, alright.
But this is going on your record, so one more screw up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
Great. That is just great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there any chance I could get my copy of the Creator's Delay with that?
No. Ah! That's even better than her saying no.
Yeah, and we will run into the empty spacesuit later.
Okay.
That is why I was pointing out the space helmet.
Yeah.
Because the spacesuit is alive and talks in nonsensical sentences. It's not hostile or anything, but it's...
So it's word salad humor, not word salad horror.
Yes.
Cool. There we go. Good. Alright.
Okay, we're making progress. And he's still down there being his creepy little self.
Oh god, he does kind of look like Slender Man, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was like a bit. I'm trying to think of what else it reminds me of. The only thing that's coming forward is a picture of a monster I saw from a movie called The Ritual. I don't really know how to properly explain what that movie's about because I haven't actually seen it. I just know that it exists. But good lord. I don't know, that doesn't fit right. Ooh, Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Blank, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent blank abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping blank to his own benefit, which earned him a Class II paracriminal designation. Note, for more on the link between artists and their ability to blank reality through artistic medium, see file blank.
Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the blank investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released blank months later.
What?
Having been deemed a negligible threat, his medical license has been permanently revoked.
He was released, later deemed a negligible threat after
They didn't expect him to jump into the frickin' lake and turn into a shadow zombie.
He earned the thing of a Class II paracriminal designation because his patients, including Alan, by the way, who was all messed up in this whole dark place thing, have been messing. Like, good lord, you don't do that. Granted, you don't expect the guy to go diving into the lake, that's true, but I'm surprised they didn't give him some more oversight.
How do you like that?
Jesse! Jesse!
Oh, look, he literally clawed his way through the reinforced mesh.
Hey, you bust your way through solid concrete on a normal basis by dashing around.
21 years old, resident of southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't
Oh, is this the movie dead guy?
You know what you did, Mr. Hartman.
I do?
I don't remember.
Delivery disaster.
Yeah.
I don't... I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to
Yes, it is. It's
Tell
Brian's
me
movie
where you
dead.
got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
no one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought
Right.
if I look smart, I'll get listeners. My podcast will take off, and I can do it out of my parents' basement, and maybe even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear.
Oh,
Poor guy.
Okay,
Irritated
give
son.
me shit. I'm ending the session.
Poor kid.
I know. I legit, he probably didn't. Oh, hello. That's an interesting place to put a binder. Jesse, girl, hang on. Granted, no weirder than finding them on the floor of the bathroom, so there's also that.
Jesse, pick it up.
Jesse, please. There you go. Oh, good lord. Door appearance. An excursion into the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking designated door blank. Similar to the other doors, it's locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, and the former wife of the missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and blank, contacted Agents Shaw and Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. That's fair. For a full transcript, refer to file blank on blank 2017. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later the same day. Conclusion: determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. Oh, good lord.
So that must have been why you initially thought maybe it was 2017 when this happened, because that's when Alice visited here.
Yeah.
Which was 2 years before all this nonsense started.
Oh, good lord. Do you want...
What are you doing in investigation?
Ah!
Don't scare me like that, Winston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system.
Why?
Try to find an intercom.
Why is it one-way system?
Winston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors.
Smile.
Cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Hey, did you see Dr. Hartman?
Yep.
Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
It was a person.
He was a person.
Oh, yeah, look at
We
it.
brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh, yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around.
Oh my god, imagine him meeting Barry. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you for the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right. Okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far.
Alright, what's
Let's
next?
go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of
It's
exciting.
just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon,
Oh
people
my
treat me
God.
different. Like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do.
He's just
you know?
gonna have like a
Oh
minute-long ramble.
my
But
god.
it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't
Still, I
want to
don't know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Oh
I
my
mean, teams
god.
of research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there.
He has
but
a bow tie,
when
of course.
he's weird, it's charming. Altered
That's
items
because of the bow tie.
really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about.
Until you
I
abandon
guess at the end of the
a
day, we're
fridge
still just
that will murder
wild
you.
animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race, and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else.
Okay.
He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just,
Langston.
you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too
But
much
my
work
ears
to do to
open.
focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's
Of
just
course,
gonna talk forever,
can't always
isn't he?
make I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet.
Is that his
She's
cat?
very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment and she gives Alfred
That's
his
his
dinner
cat.
if I'm
He has
not
a cat,
home.
right?
I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this.
Okay, that's
I'm
precious.
missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back for Alfred.
Does he still think he's talking to her? Does he still think she's listening?
Okay.
Does
Maybe.
he forget he left the microphone on?
And fruit arrangement. All right, done. Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one.
Oh my
though.
god, he is still
You
talking
like
to him.
Alfred. He's very proper. Really carries himself well, you know?
He's comparing her
I
to
named
his
him
cat.
after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the...
Oh my god.
You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from.
Plot twist. Alfred's an
But,
altered
boy,
item.
those two did not get along.
Definitely an altered item.
No. Sylvia
An
thought
altered
she
cat.
owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way. Scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl. That cat was a real asshole.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that language
kinda
was not
harsh.
entirely, professional. You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people. Or animals. Or anything. And that's what I meant when I said asshole.
He's more
I've
aggressive
never used
about
that
his
word about a
cat
person.
than he
It's
was
just,
about an altered item.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Hey, there's a light flashing on the console here. I got to, check this out. I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.
Ah!
Yes, and now we have a choice. We can either go to the right or go to the left. We're going to have to chase Hartman through both areas and basically turn on the lights and drive him back into the Bright Falls AWE that is up here.
That's fun.
So,
okay.
Do you have a preference, or should we just go?
I don't know what's one way or the other. So.
Me neither, so let's go this way. FRA Maruo AWE.
Fra Maruo. I wonder what the heck that means. It sounds like, I don't know if it's talking about a location or if it's talking about like or if it's like the name of a place or something. She looks so bug-eyed right there. It made the buzzing noise and you zoomed in and her face kind of turned toward the camera and she's like, ah! And like bug-eyed. It was so good. You know, if a para-utilitarian is a cat, is it a para-cat is it a para-eucatarian or something like that? I'm starting to think that may be what happened with Alfred. Alfred the cat may be a para-eucatarian. God damn it, I'm trying to make up my own word and it's not working. Oh god, where's my reset button? My language centers are deteriorating.
We go.
Thank you. Let's see if that works. And maybe I can't tell if it worked or if it's out of alignment. We'll find out.
Alright, jeez. Well, they also tried to board up the doors.
Yeah. Oh. Hello, gentlemen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Oh, there was someone in the toilet!
You can learn about nature and yourself.
Talk about explosive diarrhea.
Just you wait till you're done fighting. Just you wait.
I don't know. What are you gonna?
I'm gonna kill you.
No! Stop!
No, that was a terrible joke. You were getting rotated for it. Oh god.
Okay, we need to find light.
Okay, now that okay. Okay. Where's a plunger? That toilet has a massive clog. Come on, Simon. Woo.
Bad evil shadows.
Stay away from our nice toilet. Actually, if Simon is the name of the lamp that we had to leave in the corridor, is this one also a Simon, or is it, should we call it a different name?
Semino.
Semino, sure. We can do it Semino. I do hope you know that's not actually how you say Simon in Spanish.
I know.
Just
I wasn't expecting it to be.
Alright, just so you're aware. Okay, it looks like you were doing the weirdo sign at me.
Not this time.
Not this time, no. Another time, sure.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
One of the exploding guys. I was just trying to get the chest cleared first.
This is why you treasure gremlin yourself after the danger has passed. And have you learned nothing from Breath of the Wild or
No.
Tears of the Kingdom?
No.
Oh.
Breath of the Wild, I was even worse. So
I believe that. That sounds like you.
I did learn something between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, though.
Just not a lot.
Yep. Oh, the power cell.
Oh, that's nice. You know what's nice is that despite all the massive explosive stuff that's happening, these power cells do not get imploded or broken or anything.
That's probably by design, you know, make them like literally just like durable bricks.
Excuse me. I mean, that is understandable considering you need to solve puzzles, with them. But you have to admit, it's kind of funny. Be like, oh yes, I can tear I can tear a concrete set of stairs to pieces if I dash on them in the wrong direction. But this relatively light-looking, framed power cell is totally fine.
Oh, hidden location inside an elevator? Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Creepy Guy, I think, is right in there. Hey, what happened to the light? Oh, there it is.
Zamino!
Okay, there we go. Oh, that did not work. No, I'm trying to get the light to... There we go.
What the heck? Oh. A distance of 10 feet between the items presses their effect. Effect only triggers upon physical contact. Oh, didn't we see these downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Items are a pair of arcade game cabinets originally designed for games Shroom and Shroom 2 Kolger's Revenge. The games were manufactured by Bonco Entertainment, now out of business. Despite being a popular arcade game in Japan during the late 80s, early 90s, no other Shroom cabinets have been found by our investigators. When touching one of the items while it stands within 10 feet of its counterpart, the user's mind is transported to a version of their subjective reality that resembles a video game in logic and function, and probably physics. Events from their everyday lives become video game-like in sequences, which... Events from their everyday lives become video game-like sequences in which speed and efficiency are paramount. The brain enters a stroke-like state as proven by EEG studies on users, which only ends after the user finishes their game, at which point they resume normal brain and motor function.
Yeah, so we can go do that back in the main area once we find another control point.
I also know that my grasp on the English language is slipping, but please do not jump in like immediately if I have to stumble.
I was trying not to.
Please. Or if I like pause and like swallow for a minute, because I'm trying to like keep myself like going so I can continue talking, and I can feel your anticipation building, and I know you want to like get through the game quickly, but we should have enough time to read the documents.
I know it wasn't that quick. It was more of just like do you need assistance or about to laugh?
Oh no, I am fine with you laughing. Whoa, careful.
Oh, it broke the light.
No, Simon, no.
Yeah, some lights cannot be brought beyond specific areas, so I need to find another light if I want to get that chest over there.
Laughing is fine, but if I need assistance, I promise I will tag you in. Jesse! Jesse.
Okay, so that'll get us further into the main area.
There is something... Oh, nice control point. There is something a little creepy about how, your flashlight can just break. I understand it's probably more of a game mechanic.
Yeah, so that way you can't take lights beyond certain areas.
So then you can help solve puzzles. But it does kind of remind me of the times when you would play an Alan Wake and you would be running towards a safe haven and it would break on you before you got there.
Yeah.
Because while the light is very while the light is certainly, very dangerous for the dark, it still has the ability to at least manipulate some aspects of it in order to break it apart. Like, whether it's cutting the wiring or, making a bulb burn out or something. Allows it to rob you of that. And I have to admit, that's creepy. Like, the darkness is already sentient enough and creepy enough, and like, no, please don't do that. Please do not do that. Please and thank you. Alright, what are we doing here?
Going to play Shroom.
Oh, okay, we're doing that now. Oh
Deadline.
boy. Shroom. They eliminate 50 enemies without letting the timer run out each.
Each one killed or seized adds more time.
Oh, sweet.
Jesse, hit the person.
Come on, Jesse, you got this, girl.
Yeah, I remember this being difficult, but I do want to try and get through it.
That's fair. You can do this. You got through the foundation side quest. You can do this.
Yeah. Oh, here come the big guys.
Hello, boys.
I'll try and focus on the small guys if I can. Oh, I didn't capture him fully. Use multi-launch to hit 3 targets. Where's my enemy? There we go.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm just trying to quickly build up some time.
I got you. I know this is a really tight time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this will help.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it. There does not seem to be any background music during this.
Yeah.
Start singing Children of the Other God.
Nah, we're good. I don't want you to like accidentally stress me out for some reason.
That is fair. His boss like kind of comatose in front of the arcade games, and he'd be like, "Oh crap, she turned off it."
Oh,
you did it! Yay! And then she wakes up, and he's like, "Oh, thank God," because there's not exactly an easy way to send anyone down there for her. Oh, Jesse, honey.
Okay, I think there was another case file that we just got for that. Okay.
Oh yeah, the supplement here. Both items were purchased from a closing arcade in Blank, Michigan, as part of a program to improve employee well-being through recreation. The program was canceled before any game machines were dispersed through the oldest house, but not before these altered items were discovered. Teams in the research sector have voiced considerable interest in the items due to the fact that they only exhibit an altered effect when physically paired together, a codependent relationship previously unseen in altered items. See research specialist Pope's paper titled "The Parasensitivity of Sequels," TM. Oh wait, no, that's not TM. That's a quotation mark. Sorry for more information. This is even with it zoomed. Good lord. However, after proving the item's altered status, the investigation staff insisted on keeping them, claiming they are important for sector morale. To date, numerous petitions have been filed by the research sector personnel to move the items there for more extensive analysis.
They don't want to give up their games.
I mean, that's kind of fair if you think about it, because you my gosh.
Is an alternate analysis to revisit unique enemies she has encountered.
And go through the ashtray maze.
Ah.
Nice. And obviously, you know, if you complete the objective, you'll wake up, which is, nice. But what happens if you don't? Does it kill you? Or do you just get booted out?
Oh boy. Goal of crowd control is to survive. Good luck.
Okay. I recognize these boxes in cases. These are the same things that Casey used to drop supplies down to Saga during the fight against Scratch. And
We know where we got him.
Yep. And also the fact that there's so many in a freaking helicopter.
I know. I'm thinking that it's just sort of like, a single goal, so.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's probably waves.
Yeah, waves. All right.
Oh, what did that hit?
Can you imagine what some of the other challenges, like say someone else picked up this game, like say Emily picked up this game. Well, I wonder what her challenges would look like. Probably not the same.
There we go. Bad sniper. You're coming with me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. It's these guys. Stupid pickaxers.
Come on, my friend. Yeah. Charging at you like a zombie.
Well, it was the pickaxe guy, so zombie is the closest approximation to those.
I still love that line between Saul and like, I didn't know he turned into some shadow zombie. Totally right then. Totally not the right term. That investigator was just like, oh good lord, sir, why are you like this? Whoa. Good dodge, good dodge.
No rockets. What did I just say?
Here, for punishment, I'm turning you into my zombie, and then you can go and shoot your friends. Or I don't know. The hits don't. I mean, the hits don't actively attack each other, but they don't really seem to like help each other. Oh, hi.
Oh, it's a stupid sniper again.
Didn't I kill you already?
That's another one, but
Such a good line.
I know.
Let me make my Hellboy reference. Oh.
Wait, that's a Hellboy reference?
Well, at least that's what I'm referencing when I say it.
Oh, I was thinking of this TV show that one of the English teachers showed me about. I think it was called Pushing Daisies.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Is that the guy who has the ability to raise the dead?
Yes, but if he leaves them alive for more than a minute, then it will kill someone else. Yes. There's a moment, I think it's within like the first episode, where like his old childhood friend gets murdered, and when they confront the crook towards the very end, he just says, "Didn't I kill you?" At which point he turns around, or you hear the shotgun cocking, you turn around, and the person's grandmother, who can't see the girl from where she's standing, who was also apparently being choked in a plastic bag just a few minutes before, says that she can hold her breath a really long time because she used to be a professional like show swimmer, and so she then shoots the guy. So that's what I was thinking of.
I was remembering. Have you seen the first Hellboy?
No, I haven't seen any Hellboy.
That's fair. I've seen like the first one. It was a while ago, and I don't think I saw it in its entirety. But the basic, you know about the basic premise.
I know it's someone who's nice and big and red, but that's all I know.
I mean, you're not wrong. He's more of like an anti-hero than the nice guy, but he's like, there's like a legit, weird, like, satanic ritual that kind of happened and deposited this, like, little baby red devil, which, like, the one survivor of the ritual adopted and raised as his kid. So literally, you know, there's this big-ass guy. He's like the size of Professor Hulk in Avengers Endgame. Maybe a little smaller, but, you know, definitely not anything that you can go around walking and be like, oh yes, that is a totally normal person. I don't fully remember, like, what he does, but, like, you know, he's been born, and, you know, he was been, you know, raised on Earth since he was a baby. He loves his father, but he gets pulled into, I think he does, like, some secret jobs or something, like, he may be I don't know if he's, like, a bounty hunter or, like, something like that, but he, at one point he gets the main plot of the movie is that he gets pulled into this big, crazy, like, you know, extra-dimensional threat, and he and a few other supernatural, like, critters, like, you know, there's this, like, water alien guy named like that, are, you know, trying to figure out what's going on, how to stop it, and who's responsible. So, what happened, though, is that these portals opening up, and they keep releasing, like, these big wolf-like beasts. They're, that, you know, like, they're huge. Like, they're kind of like the frost wolves in Thor.
Yeah. Oh, I have my own grenade launcher guy now.
Well, that's nice. And they come in and they, you know, like, wreak havoc across the portion of New York. So, you know, when Hellboy encounters his first one, you know, he destroys it, but then it respawns, you know, it kind of like reanimates and comes back after he leaves it alone because, well, it's dead. It is dead. And then it comes back. And I think later multiples show up. So then it comes back hunting him down, and he just looks at it and he's just like, didn't I kill you already? He's like, and then he pulls out his gun and he shoots it again. That's why I go for with that.
Fair enough.
Whoa.
Oh god.
Hello.
Stealthy boy.
Stealthy boy. Stealthy boy. He's like a Dilophosaurus, you know? He's all, you know, he's kind of like all quiet and innocent looking, and then he launches his big thrill, and then you know things are about to get real. That's when he springs his most deadly attack. Except his is probably not quite paralysis acid.
Where did it go? Jesse, change guns. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh.
Alright, you got it.
I changed. I got the upgrade that lets me capture big creatures. So I guess apparently now I can capture those guys.
Congratulations. Oh look, here, throw a flower at the hiss. Did that actually should work. Did you damage that hiss enough with a flower?
It was part of a tree.
It's still a plant. You hit the hiss with a plant and then you perceive it.
Yes.
And you've got to admit, that's pretty damn funny.
Yes. More grenades!
Alright, so you got your own grenade launcher and a Dilophosaurus.
And now a kamikaze guy.
Now a kamikaze guy, yes.
Granted, I don't think Mr. Kamikaze will last very long, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in the name, really. I have to admit, yes, it may have been part of a tree, but it did have some very nice parts.
Fair enough.
These trees are actually pretty funny. Like, they're so diggity bonsai, but they're so small to be literally any other kind of tree. Like, I'm not sure. Well,
I'm sure you could look it up.
yeah, yeah.
I think this might be the last wave.
Alright.
I think I just saw another Mr. Stealthy Stealth.
It's the final his wave. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Run closer so you can stab them with your sword, my buddy.
Look at him go. He's going for it. He's like, I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you. Is there friendly fire against your own seed hits? Like,
Yes.
okay. So, yeah.
More flowers.
More flowers. Have a nice day.
Oh, I played that game.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna capture you before you're gonna smell nice when I do it.
The question is, assuming we do actually successfully finish this game, do you want to go back to the main story, or do you want to play the difficult modes that will be unlocked?
Let's go back to the main story for now. We can come back to the difficult ones later.
Fair enough. Bonk. Oh, what was that?
Oh, I think she regained health so
Oh.
easily.
Well, there's a lot of health balls around.
Exactly, yes. It is really nice that these things don't respawn. Like, when you went back looking for the plants, there was still some on the ground from your earlier fight. I'm like, this is such a nice touch. It's just like, I don't know if you needed it or not. Yeah! Now
I seized him and he just immediately fell down. It's like, I'm tired, time for a nap.
That's one way to do things. Hey, you went out with a bang.
Yep. 1 credit equals 1 life.
Nice.
Nope, that's not the altered vending machine. Yes, the altered vending machine is wandering around somewhere down here.
Actively wandering around, like, will it shift from one place to the other?
I think its position is randomized.
Ah, okay.
So yes, literally it is wandering around.
As it does. Yes. I wonder if we're gonna hear any more about Link's cat.
I think that if we go back to the main area, he'll just kind of repeat like the long speech.
Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if he named Sylvia after a poet too, or an author, because I feel because if he does it after writers, my mind goes to Sylvia Plath. At least considering what he did say about Alfred, but he may not have done that. I don't know.
Actually, I'm gonna double check my mods.
I actually wonder who Alfred's a reference to.
Batman.
No, he said he was a poet. He said that he named Alfred after his favorite poet.
Alfred Hitchcock.
You're gonna get rotated in the other direction. Come here.
No.
Come here.
I'm trying to fix my mind. Leave me
You
alone.
shut up all about that before you make 2 dumbass Alfred jokes in a row. I rotate.
I fix. I kissed her and stopped the rotation.
You always stalled and it's still going. It's still going. It's still.
I need to go back to playing.
You can rotate. It'll take 2 seconds. Spin. Spin,
No.
my friend.
Never.
Spin. You did it before. What's stopping you now? Ha! See, there you go. See, we're having a good time. Anyways, I have to admit, you saying never really doesn't hold up well when you legit succumbed to rotation earlier in the stream. It was like half an hour ago. Okay, more like an hour,
Yep.
but still.
Okay, there's monsters down here.
Well, the ending.
Damn it.
Oh, it.
Aww. Oh, hello, sir. Can he be injured?
No.
Shoot him down here?
No, he can only be injured when it's light.
Okay. Then did you
Oh.
just shoot him for fun then?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, bye.
There we go. And run.
It's too doggy here to fight this thing.
I have to admit, I asked, did you just shoot him for fun? And you said yes. So seriously. It actually feels a little ironic.
Okay. Run.
Run.
Oh, dash. Dash.
Run,
Dash.
Jesse! Run, Jesse! Shake it
Yeah.
off, honey. Shake it off.
Yeah, the darkness like doesn't hurt me, at least not in this portion, but it does leave me vulnerable to Hartman's wandering and
Yeah. Everything, really? Yeah. Good thing you can dash.
yeah. Kaboom! There we go.
I guess this is kind of like a boom, you know? Throwing, you know? You go and you hit things and you make them blow up and maybe hurt yourself in the process. Ooh, nice. That blob out of there. Ah, yes.
Oh, and he's gone.
Oh, alright then. It is kind of creepy to see to see patches of the darkness just left. Like, normally once you clear out a darkness barrier or, what do they call it? A poltergeist. In Alan Wake, you know, everything related to the darkness completely disappears.
Yeah.
In Alan Wake 2, things are a little bit different because they do leave behind things. At least the Taken do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I have to admit, it's kind of creepy to, just see, like, oh yes, you cleared the main blob, but there's a few patches left behind. It almost feels like if you're not careful, it could spring back up. Or like it has something to regrow from.
Yeah. Well, like it said, the hiss became darker and the darkness became louder. So this is sort of like a weird combo of the two that doesn't quite
behave normally.
Yes.
As much as you know, hiss and darkness can behave normal at all. I mean, isn't the whole point is that they are completely abnormal entities, and they are outside the realm of other things other people have dealt with. Which is really saying something, considering they have dealt with some really messed up stuff.
Yes. Okay.
And by they, I'm mostly meaning the control people, but hey, Alan is, yeah.
Huh?
Hello?
Okay, so now they can be hurt. Because of course.
Yeah, too bad. Been doing no orbital strikes for you.
Hey! Let me in!
What's up? Let me in! Let me in!
Hi, good to be here.
You stand guard. I'm gonna listen to a radio.
Okay, we're gonna try this one more time, and then we're done playing with you. Understand?
Jelly.
Where are you from?
Jumbo. Up and loose and heavy tree sage.
Jesus Christ, does anyone have any idea what this thing is saying?
Hotly. Dirt arrange you.
Why are you here? What the hell do you want? Why'd you stow away on that ship?
School bearing, boy. Eyes me cauterizing loops through and about. Wind and Windy Mitchell.
Did he just say Mitchell? Was there a Mitchell at NASA?
It's a pretty
You know
common
what?
name.
Never mind. I can't do this anymore. Just send this thing to the guys in research. Let them cut it up or whatever they do.
Excuse you, sir. That's a person.
Cut you up, you pain in the ass.
Spider time.
Okay, so we might find a file about this somewhere, but a spaceship went up with a certain number of crew on it, and then one extra came back down with them. And it's just an empty spacesuit that, as you can see, talks, but is word salad hilarious rather than word salad scary.
Okay, so not fully a person.
No.
Just something that has a personality. I'm gonna call it a person. It's something in the shape of a person and has a personality and an ability to communicate, just without any intelligibility for humans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. I just want to do that at some point. At some point, I really hope I find a situation in my life where I can properly respond with spider time, because that's great.
Yeah, oh, I almost forgot. My shield will now launch forward violently and actually hurt enemies when I release it.
Yay! Oh, dear God. What are you screaming?
It's just the kamikaze guys. They always are screaming.
Oh, that's fair.
And the hiss is actively trying to stop me from moving forward.
Not surprising, considering you moving forward is probably detrimental to their plans.
Yeah. So we need to get the lights.
Whee!
Uh-oh. Another sniper guy.
Whoa!
I thought my shield would do more to protect me, but I guess not.
There you go. Just on the floor, I think. Okay,
Yeah.
right down there. There you go.
Yeah, there's a bunch right over here.
Woohoo! Ah, much better.
Nope. Ow. My brain just went, piss off, Ed. In reference to another group of YouTubers.
I think in this past, the past 2 hours that we've done this, we've referenced at least 3 YouTube channels that we watch regularly. Doug at the beginning, you just did Soviet Womble, and I'm pretty sure we've made at least a couple of worst pre-made ever.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Oh, another secret area.
Yes. Also, if any people out there have not seen any of those channels, go check them out. They are pretty darn fun.
No, Jesse, grab the cube of power.
Yeah, Soviet Womble usually plays a bunch of games with his friends, and their sense of humor is very off color, but also very hilarious. Some jokes are not for everybody, but they have a lot of stuff that is legit.
Right.
Yeah. The Worst Pyramid Ever also will get together and play a bunch of games together. I think they're actually a bit more likely to make
Yeah.
They're a bit more they're a bit more likely to make sexy time jokes. But at the same time they're a bit more, a bit more lighthearted, almost family friendly, despite that. At least for other things. And then Doug usually will do a bunch of challenges, usually involving his Twitch chat. And occasionally does completely random things.
Whatever force had a hold on Hartman isn't mixing well with his corruption.
like the time when he
Did call him the third thing.
yeah, he and Parker looked over dating profiles.
Yes. Oh, and then we have this.
I'm just going to freestyle a bit.
Oh my god.
My mother always said, never talk to strangers. Always. Never. Never. Always.
What?
Never.
Is he trying to do poetry?
But isn't a stranger just someone?
I mean, the cadence sounds like slam poetry.
Okay.
What if the only thing stopping a stranger from being a friend is that word? Stranger. Strange.
Langston, I swear.
Do not quit your day job, my good sir.
You hear at night when there is no light and you cannot fight.
Maybe this is the reason why the only other job you could get was the post office.
Follows you around and makes you drop your coffee every time that it quacks.
Okay, well, someone got haunted by a duck.
Scares you.
Well, it's in reference to that rubber duck.
I know. I'm sure that's something.
Stares at you.
I'm sure he's talking like he has personal experience.
To quack. Quack.
Langston.
Quack.
Langston.
Quack.
Langston. Oh thank God. Okay, if he did it again, I was running out of pitches. I could increase my voice. Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about poetry, but slam poetry is typically.
I remember these. Mom used to say they were evil.
Oh my God.
Better do what it says.
Uh-oh.
You know, just in case.
Yeah, I used to get those a
There
lot.
must be a photocopier around here.
I used to get those a lot when I was first on email. I always believed them because I was way too gullible for my own good, especially as a child.
What did you always believe, sir?
The chain mails,
Yeah.
like the thing with like that say like, oh, you know, send this to 7 people or Bloody Mary will come for you.
Oh,
Yeah, it hit on my fear of creepy things coming for me that made me very intolerant of things I found scary. Which has changed quite a bit as I've gotten older, but there are still some things I'm just like, nope, I am not dealing with this today. Or I'm not dealing with this ever. But fortunately, chainmails are no longer one of them. Also, I don't even get them anymore.
I don't think I ever got them, but I do remember there being like chain comments sometimes where it's like I'd be looking at a picture and there was this comment and it was just like caution. It's like send this to certain people or die. Blah 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 blah.
Those ones could be a thing. Ooh, oh, okay.
No, that's wrong. Isn't it?
It's a shaded Hartman. It's this one down here.
Why does it jump around like that?
I don't know. Dr. Hartman is the first Type 2 shaded individual to be examined alive by the Bureau and has proven a valuable asset for understanding of the A010, aka the Shadow. Like all shaded individuals, the specimen is constantly shielded by, or produces, a blank of darkness that makes visual observation difficult. This blank also protects the specimen from harm. During testing, non-lethal ballistics proved ineffective against it. The specimen uses words and phrases that seem to originate from its previous life as a therapist. Some phrases have even been identified as quotes from Dr. Hartman's book, The Creator's Dilemma. This seems to indicate that the host's personality remains blank to some degree. For research purposes, Shaded Hartman was relocated to the Cauldron Lake large replica built for the blank AWE investigation. Researchers hope a familiar setting may trigger new behavior. This experiment has yielded no results so far. Yeah. All in all, with what I was saying with the slam poetry is that the general gist of it is poetry usually has like a lot of forms of poetry have like a certain rhyme or rhythm to talk to, a certain structure of the lines and the cadence, and this is how the syllables come together. They can indicate like a haiku 2, which is just 5 syllables and 7 syllables and 5 syllables. Or it could be more basic like a sonnet, which not only has a certain number of lines in a certain construction, but also has a certain number of syllables per line, a certain rhyming technique, and a certain way the syllables come down. Like, iambic pentameter. Sorry, my mom's picking me out. I'll get it next second. Because I don't want to lose my train of thought too much. Unless you need me to stop because you're focused too much.
I'm a little focused at the moment.
Alright, I will answer her. I will come back to poetry.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't responding. Sorry, I was close to death.
That's fair. Are we a little better?
A little.
Okay. Let me know when I'm good to continue. Good Lord, sir. Okay, fine. We can't talk about poetry, but we have time for Night Springs.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here. I will be the director, you be the scientist. So, the director steps closer to the horrible entity. He reaches out with a steady hand. You are mine now, creature. I return you to my facility and control your power.
Sir, we don't know. The entity instead rushes forward and engulfs the director. He screams in pain as the scientist looks on and does nothing, like the coward that he is.
Ah! Sorry. I am not the one being examined. I'm not the one locked inside a prison.
Gradually, the director emerges from the entity. His once sparkling eyes are now empty and dull. The scientist rushes to him. Sir, we have to escape.
We cannot. They're in control now. I got what I wanted. Okay, at the very least, when we read the Night Springs episode, it at least pauses the game. That's fair.
You can continue with poetry now.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I'll wait till...
Go.
Okay.
Away. Why are there so many flying enemies?
Utilizing its big vertical space.
Okay, now we're done and we have to find the plants.
Okay. Oh, yay, plants. I think there was one right in there, yes. Hello. There you go, buddy. But one of the more liberal forms of poetry is certainly, something called like freestyle or and sometimes, like, if it's spoken aloud, poetry can be outright called slam poetry, which I don't know a whole lot of, about, what specifically makes something slam, but from what little I know, it seems like the poetry itself, you have pretty much full creative control over how you say it and what you say, but there's a certain cadence to the way you talk. It's somewhere between, speaking a sentence and singing a song. You may even set it to some sort of music, and there's kind of a rhythm to the way you say what you want to say. That's kind of what it seemed like Langston was going for, and dear God,
to brighten your day. It's artificial, though.
And dear God,
mission complete.
Yes.
Is that sort of like the poetry in the MLP Christmas special?
Probably, yeah.
Supervisor of Houseplant Well-Being.
He's so happy about it.
I also love Jessica's idea for a new department.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's keep going until we find one more save point.
Okay.
It's like a brick stone walls, but not a metal sheet vent. Okay.
You can break stone walls and not the power cells. There's just certain things that make some sense. Oh, good lord. me.
Clean up time.
Let's get cleaning, she said, cocking her gun. There we go. One more. Woohoo!
What did she say?
My mom may be stopping by my work tomorrow. She has a couple returns and stuff to take to her friends.
Cool.
So.
Alright, now back out we go. Yeet. Yeet.
So he's going to see my mom tomorrow, so it's going to be fun. Hopefully it's a little less chaotic.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm guessing Hartman was here.
Yeah.
Boop.
Yeah, we are in a hoping it's a little bit less chaotic today. We are in a locale that got hit by the some of the winter storms that happened, and oh boy, the grocery store was extremely chaotic yesterday. With a little bit of luck, it may have even closed a bit early today. That sometimes can happen if the weather is bad and no one's coming. But yeah, I'm just hoping that tomorrow when I go, it's a lot calmer. Because, my god, it was non-stop for the 8.5 hours I was there.
Yeah. His doesn't seem to be corrupting these control points. A lot of them are just saying claim.
Yeah, not cleanse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hartman is right there, and he's near a model spaceship landing?
Oh, good Lord, I couldn't even tell if that was him. There's something kind of funny about you standing there, like, shooting at him, while up in the corner it says, find the copy machine.
We will do that quest after we get back to the main area, because as you can see, it all loops around. Mm-hmm. But we shall do that next time.
Okay.
Because I feel like this might be a good place to stop, unless you want to keep going.
I think we're okay. I think we're good here, and I know you gotta get going a little bit earlier because of the weather.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so anyway, we'll see y'all next time. If you are out and about in an area that's got hit by the storm, please be safe. And we'll catch you all next time for more following around the thing that was once Hartman.
The third thing.
The third thing. The thing that happened Hartman.
Alan needs to work on his naming conventions for this. I understand he's in a dark place and probably exhausted after 9 years of trying to get out. Mm-hmm. But just
I will say that here's the thing though. It is like goofy. It like kind of makes you think a bit of Asgore, but at the same time it also kind of works because he's trying to describe this as an entity that is so inexplicable and incomprehensible and so unnatural he cannot think of any way else to say it.
That is a good point. Also, boop.
Thank you. And why did I say thank you for that? Okay, why are you making a little gremlin laugh? What is happening?
I don't know.
What is happening? Speak the words.
I don't know. I'm laughing at the fact that you said thank you and then you took a minute to realize that, wait, I actually said thank you.
You know what makes it worse? You know what makes it worse?
What?
You didn't say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But no. Oh, God.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Okay, good night, Internet. We need to end now. Good night to my Pieciples.
Good night. Angel is breaking her speech barriers and all sorts of fun stuff. Good night, Internet. Be safe.
Be safe.